I was halfway through my second margarita, watching the birthday candles flicker, when a woman I'd never seen before slid into the seat next to my boyfriend and smiled at me like we were old friends. She reached for my hand, introduced herself as his wife, and said, "I'm so glad we finally get to meet." My stomach dropped. I looked at him, thinking it was a sick joke, but he just nodded, "Come as you please," and said, "I wanted to tell you. I'm polyamorous." "We both are." The whole table went silent. I could feel my friend's eyes burning into me, waiting for some kind of reaction, but all I could do was laugh, too loud, too long, like maybe if I laughed hard enough, it would all make sense. After the shock, the questions started firing from everyone. How long had they been together? Was I the other woman? Did I know? His wife, still smiling, explained their rules, how honesty was everything, how she loved seeing him happy. He just squeezed my thigh onto the table like nothing was wrong, like this was normal. But the truth was I didn't even know I was in their game. My friends started making excuses to leave, pulling me aside, whispering in my ear, but I stayed glued to my seat, numb and furious and humiliated all at once. Later, alone with him in the parking lot, I demanded to know if any of it was real, if any of it meant anything. He promised he loved me, that this was just who he was, that he wanted me to be part of their life. I wanted to slap him, to scream, but instead I found myself asking questions about her, about them, about how many others there were. He answered everything, gentle, patient, as if I was the one being unreasonable. The worst part was realizing how badly I wanted to believe him, to let his twisted honesty make this all okay. I drove home with my phone buzzing non-stop, replaying every moment and wondering if I'd ignored all the red flags on purpose. I thought about every time he'd left early, every secretive glance at his watch, every work thing that made him cancel. What shocked me most wasn't his betrayal, or hers, or even my friend's pity. It was the part of me that still wanted him, that wanted to fit into their world, no matter how much it hurt. And that's when I realized I wasn't just angry at him, I was furious with myself for being so willing to trade my self-respect for a seat at his table.